Welcome back to Blind Item Breakdown. Our first blind item is about Blake Lively. It reads, one of the interrogatories sent to the A-list actress asks if she has the gift that keeps on giving. So we will get the answer about what is on her lips. Now again, this blind item is about Blake Lively and possibly allegedly having herpes. Honestly, I was like, wait, what's the big deal? A lot of people have that. I'm not trying to shame anyone out there, but she's an actress and she does intimate scenes, and those scenes could potentially pass things along. This comment reads, this brings a whole other element to this thing. Blake's case is all projection, accusing Justin of things she ended up doing. It also adds a whole disturbing element to Blake being caught biting Justin's lip during one kissing scene. I'm wondering if he may have questioned her about an outbreak. Oh Lord, that would be such an uncomfortable situation to have with your coworker. NYC commented, it ends with herpes. The sequel. Wolfgang writes, I thought I had heard somewhere that if kissing is in a script, that the production team had to have everyone tested. Steve commented, one problem is it's hard to test for. You could do a blood test, but it's only 50% accurate. It's best to test the skin on the sores, but they wouldn't do that if Blake is hiding and covering them up. Shar commented, of course she does. Ryan's had it for years. Blake may have already had it when she married him. Okay, I want to reiterate that I don't like shame anyone who, some people are born with having this. So, I don't think anyone should feel bad about it. I think the problem is when people are informed and they pass those things along. I think that could be illegal. I even think like Usher found himself in court for doing something like this. So that's why we're talking about the legal consequences really here. A podcaster named Zach Peter was quoted saying, oh my God, could you imagine if that story were true about Justin Baldoni not wanting to kiss Blake Lively because she has herpes? I'm surprised that it didn't turn into a harassment claim of shaming because he asked her about her weight and suddenly that became fat shaming. Now to refresh your memory, Justin Baldoni did ask about Blake Lively's weight because he had to pick her up in a scene, and of course she was offended by this. Justin Baldoni himself brought up this moment in his countersuit, saying that he was berated by Ryan Reynolds for allegedly calling Blake Lively fat or for fat shaming her, which he claims he did not do. The way I wish I could have been a fly on the wall at that penthouse that night where Taylor Swift was there, Justin Baldoni was there, and all of this went down. Ryan Reynolds making a fool of himself and Blake Lively carefully calculating it all. I could just picture it.
Blake had cold sores on the set of It Ends With Us, and Justin was dodging, making out with her, dodging, kissing her. You guys, this is all alleged, of course. So Andy from Popcorn Planet has been working on a documentary about the movie, and Light Receipts in the Instagram post about this said, an inside source told Andy in the interview if anyone didn't want to kiss anyone, it was Justin dodging Blake. Why? Allegedly cold sores. Word on set was Blake had visible lip herpes that had the crew whispering, worried, and makeup scrambling, allegedly. Apparently, they tried everything, makeup, lighting, editing, tricks, but insiders say Justin was doing all he could to dodge kissing scenes. But since he's a professional, he did what he had to do after investing millions and years into this movie. Brian Friedman's team needs to get on this because this just helps prove a lot of stuff.
Now, if Blake were to have this and it was pulled into the lawsuit, that would be embarrassing, especially because Blake is taking hit after hit. I mean, Gigi Hadid did not invite her friend, Blake Lively, to her 30th birthday party. Keep in mind, Gigi Hadid met her current boyfriend, Bradley Cooper, at Blake Lively's house in her backyard at her child's birthday party. So these are close friends, people. They want nothing to do with Blake. Oh, Katy Perry. This blind item reads, the former A-list singer spent $2 million in a comeback effort. She got none of it back and she's fast running out of money. Shoot, maybe you should have gone and saved some of that money from the space trip. Maybe you should go and give up some of the properties that you've been stealing from the elderly. Yeah, the nun that fell dead, the guy that created 1-800-Flowers, rest in peace, Carl. This comment reads, Katy, however, she made a lot of money alone just doing American Idol. I highly doubt that she's broke or even close to broke. Mystic commented, Katy Astra not Perry. Her concerts are bombing and she's getting dragged so hard on social media for it. Abby writes, duh, only spend other people's money. And then finally, this person writes, karma for Katy. Now, in a recent article, Katy Perry blasts unhinged and unhealed haters amid criticism for her space flight and her tour. Wait. So am I unhinged and unhealed? Comment below. Am I unhinged and unhealed? I really don't think so. I don't leave this room, really. I am going to a nice event today, though. I'm going to be posting on my Instagram. Make sure you follow me at SloanHooks. Let me put this on you real quick, because if you have been seriously injured, your injury could be worth millions. That is why you need the right representation to take care of your case. And I'm talking about Morgan & Morgan. They are America's largest injury law firm, and they're not here for the small checks. Their team gets serious results. Over the past few months, they have won millions for their clients involved in life-altering car crashes, like $12 million for a client in Florida and another $26 million for someone in Philly. That is dozens of times higher than what insurance companies tried to pay. And this isn't some old school injury law firm buried in paperwork. You could literally start your claim online within minutes using your smartphone. It's free to sign up, and you don't have to pay anything unless they win your case. No catch, no retainer, no upfront. If you've been involved in a serious accident, don't try to just go and tough it out. You could be walking away from life-changing money. One click could change everything. You could check out my link in the description below, forthepeople.com/Sloan, or you can scan the QR code on the screen to go and start your claim today with Morgan & Morgan. Thank you to Morgan & Morgan for sponsoring this video, and enjoy. Katy Perry's not only calling me unhinged and unhealed, but she's saying that the experience has left her battered and bruised, and that she keeps looking to the light. Okay, girl, battered and bruised. Nobody jumped. Who jumped Katy Perry? She's on a first-class flight up to space. Like, girl, what is Katy Perry going through? She writes, my therapist said something years ago. She's talking about her feelings. She doesn't believe in herself. And honestly, we love when a celebrity gets vulnerable. I really appreciate that. But then now she's switching it to saying the online world tries to make me a human pinata. I mean, also, we're seeing the same things, right? Like, if she was doing amazing, like we're gonna be talking about Beyonce and the lack of ticket sales in a little bit, in this video. But if she was performing like Beyonce, we wouldn't be saying anything, because Beyonce's show, it's better. It's not perfect. We'll get there. She says the internet is very much a dumping ground for the unhinged and unhealed. Well, welcome. Now, because Katy Perry is on tour and she's trying to make this money back, she's trying to hype up her team. We actually have a clip of her giving a little speech, backstage, and talking about herself and, the altitude and things like that. It is really wild to me how she really can just get the whole room together and just talk about herself nonstop. It's really every celebrity. I miss the shy people. A little bit, just a little bit, where they just kind of hang out and let everyone relax before we get to work. We don't want to sit here and just hear a speech from you. I want to enjoy my snack and my coffee before I have to go.
I have been struggling for the past few days with my voice having a flu cold thing, and then this altitude, and I was pretty in my head about it today, and I did a meditation, and my higher self is this is just a fun game, right? Don't be so serious. This is entertainment. This is show business. We're storytelling. You're having fun. You don't have to be perfect. Perfection is an illusion. When you're perfect, consider yourself dead. Because that is the end, and we are not dead tonight.
Our next blind item is about Justin Bieber. The north of the border singer does anything and everything to not spend any time at home. And when he is home, he locks himself in his studio so he can work. Tobeans commented, I'm not a fan of this. At this rate, I'd hate to wake up one morning and read about his passing. They speculate that this man is doing hard drugs and not just a little bit of weed. Not a fan of HAILEY either, but she deserves better. Kat disagrees, commenting, zero sympathy for HAILEY. She wanted this man tooth and nail. J Mama writes that Justin Bieber may have a legit reason to be a messed up person. There's no belittling what most likely happened to him. However, he is the only person who could decide if he doesn't want to be a messed up person anymore. Creepy Madonna writes, I know a lot of people dislike her, but I feel really sorry for HAILEY. I can't imagine what it's like to get up every day wondering if your husband and the father of your child could pass away. Everyone is getting so morbid at these comments. Have we actually gotten to that point? I know that he's not doing well, but are we teetering death right now? Because these comments have my heart racing. Anya commented, people forget that HAILEY was a fan who got with her idol, Justin. Imagine your dreams being crushed like that. Salem says, hasn't, quote, working in the studio, end quote, been a dog whistle for drug binges for decades? Mary Blueberry commented, I don't know how much money he has. He would be a hard man to live with. Let's talk about the JB crisis. I mean, this morning I saw Scooter Braun was over on Instagram Instagram commenting these paragraphs about how he's not the problem here and how Justin and him are okay and the media needs to leave Justin alone. And I am not a fan of Scooter Braun. He's such an enabler. Keep in mind, in the last month, we've seen him go to Coachella, dancing around, acting like he's not okay. We've seen him hanging out at Sexy Red's 27th birthday party, kissing her up on the cheek and smiling more than we've ever seen this man smile before. And even though Justin's having a blast with people like Sexy Red, he's still being followed by paparazzis, which is something he's not happy about.
Oh, good morning. No, not good morning.
I honestly, I can imagine it too. Like, I would feel so awkward just sitting here being like, recording him. Like, you know, like, oh, like, just who does that? Paparazzis do, but I get it. It's part of their job, but at the same time, it's like this weird trade-off of fame and then people just stalking you and taking your photo non-stop. Oh, the angles. I love that I have my thing right here, perfectly angled up. You don't see the side profile.
You already know. Why are you here? You already know. You just want money. Money, 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 money. Money, get out of here, bro. Money.
I mean, I understand what he's saying there, but there's something that irks me when I see like super rich millionaires, like multi-hundreds of millions of dollars that he has, and he's complaining to us about money. It's like, yeah, we're trying to like pay our bills, like our basic bills. But granted, I don't think that it's like, again, I don't think that's right that they are following him. I don't think that that's fair for him either. But Justin was quoted saying that this needs to stop. I'm no victim and I moved to LA knowing it's effed up out here. Are we going to let these F boys keep treating me like crap and not change the laws or anything? Because people have had to die because of this stuff. Like Princess Diana is the first who comes to mind. Now, I don't know if Justin's really in the studio or if he's doing other things in like the studio. I don't know. And I'm not going to even speculate, but I think it's weird when we see Hailey Bieber at the Met Gala partying, like after parties at the Met Gala and doing all these very public things that she's only really there for because she's married to him and he's completely absent, and he didn't even acknowledge her going to the Met Gala until like the next day, later in the day, posting pictures. It's not like he was cheering her on or anything as it was happening. And you know, I'm not surprised he wasn't cheering her on. I mean, that outfit was boring. But yeah, I mean, is Justin Bieber in the studio? Time will only tell.
These most I know that Justin Bieber has been crashing out pretty publicly the last couple of months, but let me tell you something. Through all those crash outs, all I have been wondering is when is this man gonna make some new music? And I just heard that allegedly, apparently, supposedly, Justin just finished his new album and that very soon he's gonna announce that he is going to be dropping it. Now, am I excited about this? Yes, abso-freaking-lutely. As a Pisces man, I highly feel like Justin has a lot of feelings. He has a lot of feelings and he has a lot of big feelings. And from all the little crash outs and all the things that have been going on online, I could tell that he has a lot to say. And this album is not only going to be spectacular, but I think it's probably going to be his best album yet. He has a lot of fuel to add fire to in these albums. And he just had his kid with all the drama and everything. I just feel like this is going to be so good.
Our next blind item is about Sydney Sweeney, and we've got an Ariana Grande mention. This is so messy. The illiterate A-list actress is turning into Ariana with the number of relationships that she has split up. I mean, you guys know Sydney and her Sweeneys, they could probably do a lot of damage to a relationship. It's like her most powerful asset. But this comment reads, Sydney Sweeney is annoying AF and a bad actress. Another comment reads, it wouldn't surprise me if she's faking the split with her fiance too. JM commented that Sydney allegedly hooked up with Jason Elordi, Glenn Powell, A$AP Rocky, and now Brandon Sklenar. And you know what? I mean, if Sydney's out here doing her thing, let her do her thing. She's not hurting anyone. I mean, her engagement has been, you know, called off, so she's not an engaged woman. She doesn't have that responsibility. And she was with Jonathan Davino for like a very long time. She's a very different woman than she was at the beginning of their relationship. Now she's really popular and people want to, you know, be with her and her Sweeneys. It does seem like her latest victim is Brandon Sklenar. And you guys may recognize Brandon from It Ends With Us because he was in that film. He also tried to defend Blake Lively at some points, which is super cringe.
Go, Kylie, go. Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Wow, look at...
Now, there was this viral clip of these two together at Stagecoach, and it looked like they were dancing, but a source says that Brandon isn't trying to get into a relationship with Sydney. He has a girlfriend, a really close relationship with his, like, this personal trainer that he met during the pandemic. So Good for him. I really want to see Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell just become a thing, because ever since they worked in that movie, Anyone But You, I've just imagined them together. We all thought that they were an item because of how they acted on the press tour, but they both admitted they leaned into the romance to go and sell the movie. But as far as Sydney, it looks like she's not ready to settle down. Most people would feel overwhelmed by her work schedule, but not Sydney. She's all about working right now and excited about her projects. The source says that Sydney and Jonathan Davino did not split because there's no love. They split because she wants to focus on her career right now. And it seems like she's focusing on a few different things. We even see some footage of her and Machine Gun Kelly. He's trying to hold on to a partner, Megan Fox, who they gave birth to their baby recently. I don't know why he's out and about and partying. And Patrick Schwarzenegger all hanging out. At the same time, Patrick also has a partner. So it does seem like Sydney Sweeney has a type. She likes a man who's got himself somebody, you know, makes him, I guess, more appealing for her, which, watch out, ladies. Oh, I was so worried when I saw Hayden Pantier's name pop up because I've been worried about her. This blind item reads, the former A-list actress from multiple hit shows says she's all better now and excited about her return to acting. But nothing has changed. If it had changed, she would dump the significant other and be able to have custody of her kid again. Hayden has been through it, from the death of her brother to her issues with addiction to losing her daughter. This person commented, Hayden will never get custody of her daughter, even in a war. He is 100% more reliable and stable than she will ever be. That's so sad to think about, and I do believe her daughter is in Ukraine because that is where Hayden's ex-partner lives, so that's where her daughter resides. Another comment reads, once one parent has physical custody for 6 months, it's almost impossible to wrestle it away. Now, I actually saw this headline pop up the other day. Like I said, I'm worried about Hayden, so I clicked it right away, and she reveals why she desperately needed a huge break from acting. I hate to say it, but Hayden gives me Britney Spears vibes. I feel like Hayden needs to take an extended break and kind of figure out who she is. And I know that's rich coming from me because what the hell do I know? But she took a 4-year acting break. She opens up about her battles with alcohol and drug addiction. She says, I desperately needed the break. Remember, she sparked fears over slurred speech and her tumultuous relationship with her ex, Brian Hickerson.
She's beautiful and she came out just like me. I mean, talk about nature versus nurture. I mean, this little girl literally came out, not just her face resembling mine, but she is my personality. She just is.
Hayden said, I feel more solid and grounded in this world, the crazy world we live in. Now, Hayden, don't try to shift this into the world's problem. Let's focus on what's going on here. She claims she wanted to thank her reliable support system for encouraging her return to acting and staying optimistic about the future. She's got a new horror comedy film coming out, A Breed Apart. She said, the biggest thing that drew me to this character was the action part of it. It's fun. You get to be physical. I get to use my athleticism. So she is, I'm sure, running around and sweating and all that. Probably sweating and screaming too because it's a horror film. I mean, I hate to be negative, but after that People interview, I just can't imagine her acting, but I'm interested. During an interview with Women's Health in 2023, she explained what caused her to begin her sobriety journey in 2021. She said, I struggled with sleep deprivation. Sleep is massive. It affects your motor skills, your ability to think, and your overall health, which I feel like I sleep too much. Actually, last night I probably slept 8 hours. Comment below, how many hours do you sleep a night? Because sometimes for me it's between 7 and 12. I love to sleep. In an interview, she said, my body, it was it's enough. I hit 30, my face was swollen, I had jaundice, my eyes were yellow, and I had to go to a liver specialist. Ouch. Oh, I feel so bad for anyone who goes through addiction. That sounds just so hard on your body. And her hair was thinning. Mine's a little receding. Oh my gosh. I hate it. But I take finasteride. I'm trying to keep my hair. I don't think it's really thin. I have bedhead too. I haven't fluffed her up today. You know what I mean?
The bottle, the bottom of a bottle. I didn't have any negative feelings towards my child. I just knew I was deeply depressed. And I didn't know where, the alcoholism was ending and postpartum was beginning. And I ran myself pretty ragged.
Now, this is so nasty. We just talked about Gypsy Rose recently, and this blind item reads, the ex-con celebrity not named Casey is about to start doing the DIY adult sight. Now at this point, nothing surprises me when it comes to Gypsy Rose. This comment reads, great career choice, Gypsy, right after becoming a mom too. Disgusting. Automatically, I would say this is fake news, but I do have a feeling that Gypsy's feeling herself. We saw her out at a rock festival with her wig on. One thing about Gypsy Rose is that she loves a good wig, and look at her with that wig. She's wigging out right now, which shout out to all the wigs out there. We love the wigs. And I mean, Gypsy looks good. So I guess if she's going to get into the OF, it's better now that she's, you know, she's feeling herself, because I don't know. I can't imagine back then with Ryan, even though the D was allegedly fire.
My best life, and y'all can't take that from me.
And the D is
Fire.
I mean, really, people, is she going to be on OF when she's saying this in an interview? That motherhood's made me so much more mature. It made me really have to analyze my priorities. Coming out of prison, I wanted to do this and go there and have this experience, and that experience would be like carefree about it. I was to the wind, acting on emotion and impulse, which also it is so incredible, like how fast time flies for Gypsy. She got out in 1 year, ladies. She got married. She got divorced. Is she engaged? I don't know if she's engaged, but she's with like effing Ken, and she has a kid with him. Like, she's already birthed the kid, and she's already got rid of her mommy body. Like, what? And she's been out for a year and like a couple of days. I don't even know, but it's incredible. 1 year of Gypsy life is literally like 3, 4, 5 years of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, the girl, I can't imagine what she's gonna have done in a couple of years. I mean, she's gonna have an empire. Kim Kardashian, watch out.
Hey y'all, so this is my outfit of the day. So my top is from Forever 21, my jeans are from Good American Jeans, and my boots are also from Forever 21, and my jewelry is from Target.
Oh, Beyonce, so the European shows, because they are reasonably priced, are selling just fine. Not sellouts, but not ugly like the US tour. Which I have to say, I don't know about other cities, but LA turned out for Beyonce. I mean, I saw a lot of my friends going to it, but again, we are in LA. So the one named permanent A-list singer is just trying to tread water until Europe and quietly lower prices in the US to super low, just to fill up the seats. This comment reads, the price of concert tickets in the US is crazy expensive compared to Europe. Todd writes, Beyonce really pissed off her fan base with her high ticket prices. There were also issues with Ticketmaster when they went on sale. Fans who paid the initial high prices were really angry because of the discounting that is now happening, which I totally understand. Like, if I love Lana Del Rey, she's one of my favorite artists. If I were to see tickets, I would buy them right away, and I would spend, I don't know, even $700 seems like so much. Like, okay, let's say I would spend like $200, right? And then I saw the same tickets went on sale for what, like 30, I would be annoyed. It's also like the name of the game. Like, I grew up near a theater that had like some performances growing up, and we'd go there, and you can get like lawn tickets for like, you know, $13. I feel like for some people, like see the Jonas Brothers and them back in the day, because they do just want to fill up the stadium. On top of the price disparities, there's people also just concerned about the functionality of these tickets and where their seats exactly are. Just a lot of questions that you shouldn't have whenever you're spending so much money to go and watch someone perform live.
Why has my section been deleted? Why is my seat gone? Where am I going to be sitting? I'm trying not to crash out because my show is like a month from today to the day, but some explaining needs to be done. My original seat was right in this area. That gray area where it's completely blocked off, that's where my seat should be. But you know what I don't see? Chairs. Beyonce, please. I fought for my life for that seat. 2 problems. Number 1, I specifically chose an aisle seat that was at a diagonal so that there were no heads in front of me. And 2, I like to dance, and you can dance, bust some choreo in an aisle. But that section right there, it doesn't exist anymore. And then I thought to myself, okay, well, maybe they knew this was gonna happen, so they reserved like the first 5 rows of the next sections over for people that had to get misplaced. Wrong. You know how I know that's wrong? Because y'all are selling those tickets on Ticketmaster.
Now, I want to revisit this article because someone who attended the concert spent $700, and they said they were shocked. They said, unfortunately, it turned out to be a waste of money and the worst concert experience of my life. And I saw Beyonce live. She was wonderful when I saw her live. From the eye-watering cost to the distorted sound quality and being blindsided by the worst seating imaginable, everything seemed to go wrong at the show. Unlike the many people who snapped up tickets in the nosebleed section for the same price as a McDonald's meal, I went for the much pricier first elevation just above the floor section. The tickets were over $350 each, but I wanted to be close to the action. Okay, so $350 per ticket. You brought your friend. You could have said that in the headline. They were taken to their seats and they claimed they were shocked because there was a giant scaffolding in front of them blocking half the stage, which actually kind of reminds me of when I saw Beyonce too. She had this pyramid kind of thing and she was in it most of the time, and I was a little bit to the side and I truly didn't see her for half the show. Now this is what their view was looking like, and yeah, that's pretty rough for $350. And those processing fees, don't forget those Ticketmaster processing fees because they really get you there. They claimed they even checked their tickets to see if there was a mention of an obstructed view. That's so sad. To try to mitigate the issue, Beyonce's team had set up a television screen on the back of the black box. When I saw it, I realized I just traveled an hour, don't even ask me about the Uber cost, and spent $700 for me and my friend to watch Beyonce on a TV that was smaller than the screens that some people have in their home theaters. Oh yeah, I mean, that is absolutely a joke. Come on. I also noticed that half the seats in my section were completely empty, though it had been sold out when I checked earlier. Apparently people who had arrived early had complained and were moved. I tried to do the same, but it was so loud we could barely communicate. The stadium speakers were pointed directly at our section, making all of her music really loud and distorted. And did I mention the freezing air conditioner nearby blasting cold air to a stadium of 70,000 people? Eventually I gave up and I tried to enjoy the rest of the show with the other poor souls stuck in the dreaded section with me. Wow. Yeah. Would you guys want a refund? And these aren't the only issues that they are having. Again, we've got the triangle Illuminati light here. And I guess there's malfunctions. Everything else should be lighting up too. But, oh, there we go. And then here, this one really scares me because the robot arms, were missing their cue. And I don't love the idea of robot anything because I feel like that thing could robot arm me on the neck and unalive me. Oh yeah, so the robots are going slow. Imagine if those things just wanted to boom. Another fan complained that she had forked out full price for floor seats only to have the price slashed considerably before the show due to sluggish sales. Here's another TikToker with her experience.
So we all had a problem with the Beehive presale for Ticketmaster. I purchased tickets during that presale. The next day for the Verizon presale, tickets went down significantly. I felt miffed about that, but I was like, okay, well, at least I got tickets. It was way more than I wanted to spend, but whatever. So I've been hearing on TikTok that people have been getting upgraded. So I went and looked today, and there are tickets for 50% less than what I paid that are better seats than mine. So I called Ticketmaster 2 times today just to see if I would get a different answer. I was very respectful. I was kind. I explained the situation. Hey, I bought these tickets for double the price of these better tickets. Can I please just be moved to this section? Both times they told me, first of all, to even exchange the tickets, there's a charge to exchange, but the tickets have to be of the same or greater value. So I'm being penalized because the tickets have dropped so much in price. And I was like, okay, well, can I return my tickets so I can purchase these much cheaper tickets? Which they said, no girl, no returns.
Our next blind item is about Walton Goggins and Amy Lou Wood. It reads, the married, and you guys know the mess here. I mean, in my opinion, before we even get into it, I believe that he had an affair with Amy Lou. His wife said, you need to go and remove her out of the picture, and that's why he blocked her on Instagram. This married actor is set to host the late night show. He is just hoping the 3 named actress continues not talking. Our actor is crashing out over it though and knows the details are eventually going to come out. Now, Walton Goggins has been doing press lately. He was at the Met Gala. He's doing SNL. He's really trying to do his big one right now. But when he's asked about Amy Lou Wood, he refuses to speak.
This interview with Walton Goggins turned awkward fast over Amy Lou Wood questions. And I can't say that I blame him. Okay, ask the question once because you know it's what people want to know. But 3 times when he clearly wasn't going to talk about it. Can you blame him?
Now, this blind item is talking about Walton praying that Amy Lou will keep quiet. And Amy Lou was also at the Met Gala and she was asked about Walton. And I have to say, her media training is chef's kiss.
Rick and Chelsea, is this the official reunion between Rick and Chelsea?
I actually saw him 2 days ago.
Okay.
And that felt like we all kind of we haven't had that much time to debrief
Right.
about everything.
Like a lot to unpack.
A lot. So every time we see each other, it's kind of this. There's never enough time. So it'll be good to see him again tonight because we saw each other briefly a couple of days ago, and we were kind of just trying to download everything and the episodes and Rick and Chelsea's whole story now that we've seen it in full. And there's just never enough time.
Oh, Sky Jackson, the airplane thriller, bends over backward for her prison-loving boyfriend. Wait, what? The airplane thriller bends over backwards for her prison-loving boyfriend. It almost sounded like a rap for a second. She pays for everything, and he just keeps cheating on her. You guys remember Yerky DeAndre? He's the baby daddy of Sky Jackson. Quite a mess. He can't keep himself out of jail, and poor kid. I just feel bad that their child has this guy who's really, I think, taking advantage of Sky. I don't think that Sky deserves this. I don't think anyone does.
So Sky Jackson reunited with her baby daddy that just got out of jail. He was just locked up in Ohio from running from the police with a gun, a whole bunch of little just ghetto stuff. And now he rolling around a Lambo with her. Passenger seat, of course, because he's the princess. They were caught in Miami. He talking about he and the Lambo paid for by her, of course, because all he does is wear white tees from the gas station. He's boasting about dodging the police and saying he could get away with it in her rental. So Sky Jackson was on what looks like Snapchat. She was on Snapchat posting, "Hey y'all, she's in the Lambo." It looks like she picked up her baby daddy from prison that day. He looks every bit of unwashed. I don't care. He looks unclean. People are in the comments saying, "Stay safe, do your time and come home, do your time and come home." I think that they said, and y'all gotta tell me if I'm wrong, that this was his mom in the comments talking about "do your time, come home" with a yellow arm. Everybody's wrong in this situation. Never mind. She let him drive it. He's supposed to be getting chased by the police too, he said. "I'm not pulling over, and I bet I can get away with it too." And his mom, his mom left that pinned comment shown in the photo. Shaking my head. After everything he did, she's still flying him out.
Now you guys know that it is the month of May, and I got a package recently I wanted to open with you guys. We do P.O. Box unboxings here on my channel. My address is listed below, but I got a package that is celebrating May the 4th. And if you love Star Wars, I love Star Wars. I love the Mandalorian. So I was like, let's go ahead and open this on camera. Look at Sloan getting legitimate PR. Like, am I an influencer now? Oh my gosh, cute. Okay, so it looks like this is from Amazon, and it's a big box. So let's check it out. I don't know if there'll be a letter in here or what, but wow. Wait, okay, hold on. Let's unpack this. So we've got this, the fighter stand for the Echo Dot limited edition. Okay, it's like a stand. Oh, for your Echo to sit on. Cute. Okay, so then it looks like it's a device. It looks like it's a like a craft, Cute. And then we've got an Echo. Wait, we've got a letter here. The Force is strong with the new Echo Dot Star Wars bundle. May the 4th be with you. We're giving you an early Jedi access to our newest bundle. And it looks like it's a Star Wars fighter stand with the Echo Dot. We hope that you love our new Echo Dot Star Wars bundle, young Padawan. If you do, feel free to share on social media, tagging Amazon, Echo Dot, and Gifted. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, I have Alexas everywhere here. They are in every... Well, actually, not in every room. So this one is definitely going to be added to my collection because it's so nice. Because, I mean, watch. Alexa, studio lights off. Alexa, studio lights on. So it's nice. And also someone was asking, they're like, is it pink or is it purple back here? It's actually technically pink and then blue and it mixes. But love Alexa. But I'm closing out. So actually, Alexa, studio lights off. Alexa, studio lights off. So I have to use some bass in my voice, but thank you guys for tuning into Blind Item Breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.